Hi, everybody. Again, hi. Sorry, I'll stop. It is when I walked in, I said, Jesus, Kobe Bryant, Martin Luther King, everyone that left Earth that I know is with me. Am I doing the right things? And I walk in the room and I didn't check my phone. I don't. 6:47 p.m. And the 7 comes at me all the time in many different ways, and then Flowbots came on. I took a screenshot and it was at 7 seconds. Either way, even if I could count it, it doesn't matter. Flowbots was the song, and I will cover the beginning of this video with it so you can see. But this isn't about me. This is about the 2 Christian men I met earlier today, and I told them, because they came at the end of one of the videos you'll see, because I'm showing you the why stick in the ground that answered my question. The Underwood Street, the stop sign and everything is what I was supposed to share with you then. And then Phil Sorrentino and his message coming to me about the YMCA. And again, the why stick was right in front of me. Those were all my answers as to what I was to share with you. Now, and then the Christians pray. And when I said at the end of the video, it ended the video because I said, will you be in this Christian Life shirt? And you said no. And all of us that would say, why wouldn't he, Jeremy? You said the stranger beside us, we should trust, and da-da-da-da-da. And then it hung up. And then I stopped it. That's okay. That's good. Because I said to them, I'll be honest with both you two, people I meet now, my brain immediately with most goes, it's someone spying on me, or I met him before and I can't remember. And because of my alcohol in the past, or my brain injuries, my surgeries, my depression, my anxiety, my fears, or all the money I made before, all these different things. What I mean is the combination of them makes me go, I've met them before. And he goes, no. And then my brain one more time quickly goes, maybe they're fibbing and they're spies because your past wrongdoing. No. Life Christians, L-Y-F-E Christians. And I remember seeing a friend of mine, I'm pretty sure, L-Y-F-E is in his stuff him and his wife are sharing right now through her books and all these different things. And the 2 prayers they did with me, and then the last one with the other gentleman, he had me repeat after him, and that Jesus would take me to now an even higher level. And I ended up, going back to my hotel and then keeping on sandals that I was wearing. They're kind of tight, meaning you can run in them kind of. But when I went out to take a break from putting true pictures into all the videos, the beginning of them, and things I felt I was supposed to do, I don't sit there and overthink anything anymore. And before I left, I did a video. So, and then when I got back here, here's the Jesus Calling book again. And remember, it's Sarah Young. And what pops out from Sarah, because of the first stranger that is my favorite stranger of all time, Sarah, my children's mother, AA, Amazing Addictions for me. One of them of many that I'm sharing with the world is this, because if we had the young mindset of, okay, with the new book, I'll read a page or 2 a day, good, because in the morning it's half of one page and the other page to the right, the other half at night, and then a 1-liner or 2-liner to go to bed to. And that's Jesus Calling. And then Sarah also comes in, Dr. J. Lombard, and with every name, remember, I create nicknames like we're young so we can create even more positivity in every which way and get rid of all depression, anger, anxiety, fear, addictions we don't want anymore, everything. And the Sarah that comes at the beginning of this book, The Mind of God, is Sarah. And remember, the greatest stranger that ever came into my life is one that came into many of your lives. And the ones who come into my life now, like I said, I believe I met before for a reason, or they're spying on me, or they're just being sent to me now. And I'm so thankful, and my level of love for my children's mother keeps going higher. And my children also are the two. Key from Key from his name stood up, and then I win phrase from her. And she is so strong. And it reminds me so much of the strengths of her mother and all the females in her family. And then with my son, his father, yes, but then my brothers, my father, his brothers, their mommy's father, the guy in her life, that's a nickname I give him, is the first 3 letters of his last name. And the G from there, and her, my children's mother's last daughter. No, my children's mother, her younger sister, and her mom's youngest daughter, her male in her life. All of these males made my son who he is. Yeah. And that means every human in the world, we can all, by choosing the habit factory to go into, because that's what's been created, to create new habits for all of us, amazing addictions, and we never look back. And Dr. J. Lombard, in his nickname, A from the middle of his name, first name, sorry, and then Lombard, I do the first 2 letters and last 2, so A Lord comes up. But what matters is, don't let your brain go any further of what's Jeremy trying to talk me into. No, that just stands out, just like Key did in his many years earlier, uncle upon uncle upon uncle, John F. Kennedy. Key comes from that. Key comes from my son, and my son is the type, our son, sorry, and his mommy would agree, and his sister, that he sits quietly sometimes to listen. Well, he did it when he called me down on Father's Day and said, Daddy, I did the shuffle like you taught me. I pushed it 3 times, but here on Father's Day. And it was Josh Groban, JG, just like me, and just like his aunt and uncle in Oregon and Washington. Well, both, whatever. And J and G from their first names. And their sons remind me of the growth he has, too. But Josh Groban, you raised me up. And he said, there you go. And he's the type that just goes, I don't need to say anything else to you. You know, it's meant to be, and walked away. So with all that being said, Dr. J. Lombard talks about in his story, you know, however you want to take it, but her name is Sarah. And he realized how we can use our brains at a different level. And Jesus calling, I feel, calls upon me, because this story I got on here to share is, yes, I did a video, and then I just started to walk outside, and I saw that it was starting to rain. But I said, you know what? I fear nothing. And I walked quicker and quicker and met a man I can tell who was homeless. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to run, and took my sandals off and ran as the rain was coming down, and what do you call them? This is the only thing my brain doesn't do, and I'm kind of thankful. Electricity. I even forget what they're called. Oh my gosh. And that is the only thing that doesn't function on me here and there. But the other side of my brain, even my therapist said when she goes, Jeremy, I'm done with you. Wow, this is so quick. In the beginning, you couldn't tell me what a unicorn was, a clock, everything. But then over these 4 to 6 weeks, I think, she goes, you're done. So I forget, but my point is, it's gone from my brain. And so I then ran. I went there, and then I got $50 and, well, 5 tens, because I felt I was supposed to share it with all and do everything I was supposed to do. And I did just look over at 6:57. So what I'm supposed to share is, Jesus was with me because Eminem and Dr. Dre came on. I hit shuffle. I said, I'm supposed to run, everybody. I fear nothing. And I didn't run. Instead, I just walked. And I walked fearing nothing. But I also said, in my earlier video, I said, I'm here for the world, for all of us. And I will say my life is here for everyone. Obviously, the first 3 who I love the most. And if we all just pick a time in August to pray together, on my daughter's birthday would be the smartest, 8, 12, 13, because she turned 7, and that is when we can see. Take the V and then out, we can see things differently. And Steve Jobs, from his name, C Jobs. Our job is to now let go and realize, with using our brains in a different way, we can create the world we want, I promise. I know it. It comes to me quickly because something has taken over my life. So now you know. And as I came back, I did think, well, if one of those things, gosh, there's tornadoes, there's, I honestly don't remember. It's gone, and it didn't take me in. On the way in, I said, if it did, everybody will see that video and know they now have the option to choose. So this is real. I don't know how much time is on here. I never do. And none of us do. So be thankful for every moment of your life. One love to all equally.